Over 3,000 victims, but no records for one room. A silent chamber that never released its screams, despite being within a torture lab. This is the story of Unit 731's forgotten horror. From 1936 to 1945, a 6-square-kilometer compound in Harbin, China, became the site of unspeakable atrocities. Under the command of General Ishii, Japanese scientists conducted experiments that pushed the boundaries of human suffering. Vivisections without anesthesia, frostbite studies, and plague infections were commonplace. But amidst the documented horrors, one room remained off the books. No blueprints, no official records, just a steel-sealed door at the end of a cold corridor. Soldiers whispered among themselves, "That room isn't on paper." Their hushed tones carried a weight of dread that even the most hardened veterans couldn't shake. One guard, his name lost to time, reported feeling nauseous whenever he patrolled near the door. "The air felt wrong," he said, "like it was pressing in on you from all sides." Others spoke of nightmares, vivid dreams of being trapped in an endless, dark space with something unseen breathing down their necks. But it was the breathing that truly unnerved them. A technician, speaking years later under the condition of anonymity, swore he heard it. Slow, ragged breaths coming from behind the door. When he opened it, the room was empty. Padded walls, scorched black in places, claw marks etched into the steel, and footprints, bare feet, full circle, as if someone had been pacing endlessly around the room's perimeter. There was always evidence of presence, the technician whispered, but never a body, never a subject. JUST signs that something had been there moments before. As August 1945 approached and defeat loomed, orders came to demolish the facility. Explosives reduced most of Unit 731 to rubble, but one corridor remained untouched. One door stood defiant against destruction. A single account, never officially recorded, claimed the door twisted on its hinges as if something inside was trying to escape. In the aftermath of war, a veil of secrecy descended. Survivors were silenced. The United States, eager for the data gathered through torture, granted immunity to many of Unit 731's scientists. But local stories persisted. Tales of cold spots that defied the laws of thermodynamics. Animals that refused to approach the ruins. Tools that inexplicably broke when used near the sealed corridor. Hidden beneath overgrown vegetation and debris, they found a welded door. Decades passed. The horrors of Unit 731 faded from public memory. But in the 1980s, a group of students stumbled upon something chilling. Their equipment registered electromagnetic spikes, faint, rhythmic pulses that seemed to emanate from within the sealed chamber. And there, etched into the soot-blackened wall beside the door, two words that sent shivers down their spines. Still here. The discovery reignited interest in the forgotten room. Paranormal investigators flocked to the site, armed with cameras and recording equipment. They reported strange phenomena. Tapping sounds, always in sets of 3. Electronics failing inexplicably near the door. And most disturbing of all, a photograph. Blurry, indistinct, but unmistakable. A figure, faceless and hunched, captured for a split second before vanishing. Only a door. And whatever came through it. Theories began to circulate. Some speculated about sensory deprivation experiments gone horribly wrong. Others whispered of psychic research, of attempts to harness and contain paranormal energy. A historian, poring over fragmented records, offered a chilling possibility. Perhaps no subject was needed. Of a sensation of being watched, no, of being remembered. To this day, the sealed corridor remains off-limits. Official explanations cite structural instability, chemical contamination. But those who've stood near that weathered door tell a different story. They speak of a low, persistent hum. Some rooms hold silence. Others ... what we never shut out. The answers remain elusive, locked away with whatever inhabits that silent room. The true nature of Unit 731's forgotten chamber may never be known, but its legacy lingers, a dark reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the unfathomable mysteries that can emerge from mankind's darkest endeavors. As night falls over the ruins of Harbin, locals swear the air grows colder near that sealed door. Dogs whimper and refuse to approach. And sometimes, in the stillness between heartbeats, those who listen closely swear they can hear it, the faintest echo of a scream that never ended. What experiments took place behind that steel barrier? What force, what entity, what fragment of tortured consciousness might still reside within those scorched walls? Perhaps it's better that way. Some doors, once opened, can never truly be closed again. And in the case of Unit 731's most enigmatic chamber, the price of knowledge may be far too high to pay, yet the whispers persist. Urban explorers trade stories of strange occurrences near the site, and of a single child-sized handprint pressed into the center of the floor, fresh as if made moments before he entered. Of watches that stop at precisely 3:33 a.m. when brought within a certain radius of the door. Thermal imaging cameras malfunction inexplicably, but those who knew him swore he was of sound mind right up until the end. Of dream researchers reporting a spike in nightmares featuring endless dark corridors among local residents. One account, never officially verified, tells of a maintenance worker who claimed to have briefly accessed the room in the late 1990s, and to the possibility that some horrors transcend the boundaries of life, death, and rational explanation. And more chillingly, is it waiting to get out or waiting for us to go in? He spoke of walls that seemed to pulse with an unseen heartbeat, of shadows that moved against the laws of physics. But as long as that door remains closed, as long as the whispers and legends persist, the silent room will continue to cast its long shadow over the ruins of Unit 731. All screaming at once, despite the room appearing empty and silent to their ears. The worker vanished 3 days after sharing his story. His disappearance was chalked up to mental instability, a breakdown triggered by the stress of his job. Attempts to study the room using modern technology have yielded conflicting results. Radiation detectors give wildly inconsistent readings. And in one notorious incident, a team of researchers fled the site in panic after their audio equipment picked up what they described as thousands of voices. As the years pass, the mystery only deepens. The silent room of Unit 731 stands as a testament to the darkest corners of human experimentation. For those who know its history, who felt the chill that emanates from its sealed door, one question remains: what waits behind that barrier of steel and silence? The answers may never come. A reminder that some secrets are better left buried, some doors better left unopened. And in the dead of night, when the wind howls across the abandoned compound, locals swear they can hear it, a faint, muffled sound. Not quite a scream, not quite a whisper. The sound of something that was never meant to exist, trapped in a room that was never meant to be.